So IFYS does child protection well. Over 70% of the work that IFYS does is in the child protection space. And a lot of people think that foster care is child protection, and it is, but it's one part of what we do. We also focus on those early years, so supporting our young parents to create really safe spaces for their kids and also let them access support people around them. Then we have our foster care program, which is there for when child safety is involved, and we've got our carers on hand to provide those safe options for our kids. And we have our residential options throughout the state for young people needing safe accommodation. And then we also have support programs for our young people who are exiting care. So when the system sets back, we really want to make sure that those young people are supported, they can access employment opportunities, but work on their self-esteem so that they can really develop into functioning adults. A lot of people think that child protection is about removing children from their families, where it's actually the opposite. We want to create really safe communities for our kids and look at really supporting our kids to stay with their families, and that's what child protection's goal is to educate and inform the community about what we could be doing better. I think what IFYS does really well is adapt and respond. So the needs of child protection 10 years ago aren't the needs now and won't be the needs in the future. So IFYS really knows child protection and looks at where does it sit right now and where is it moving to. And I guess they really ask the question of who wants to be part of that, and that's exciting to see who wants to be part of creating a change to really move child protection where it needs to go. There's no easy answer to child protection. If there was, then we would have done it by now. So it keeps evolving and we have to keep responding to those needs. I don't think there's one reason why children are being harmed. There's lots of layers involved, but ultimately there are parents caught without support systems, without models around them, and I think it's a cliche, but it really does take a village to raise a child, and we moved away from that. We moved that it's, I don't want to hear about it, I don't want to know my neighbours, we keep to ourselves, whereas child protection really is about helping people, helping your neighbours, keeping an eye on the kids at school, really being an active member of your community. And I think that more we can build on people doing that, the easier child protection will be to solve and to support. I think that people think to really help in child protection they need to be a foster carer, and that's not true. There are really different ways that you can help, and I think just having an awareness of child protection is the biggest thing. How many times I've heard, oh, aren't we so lucky that we don't have those issues going on in our community? Well, we do. They're happening next door. It's just that we don't know about it. So I think the more people are aware of what child protection is, and I think who's out there doing the job, so really supporting our foster carers, supporting our practitioners to do the job they can, then the easier it is for the community to move through child protection. I think that for me, there's always those kids that as much as you try to keep those boundaries up, and you need to when you work in this sector, there are always those couple of kids that get through and stick with you. And I think for me, there was a young girl I worked with over 10 years ago who still sticks with me, that for her, it was that fundamental need to belong, to feel wanted, that lacked so much in those early years for her that she never felt enough. So for her, her trajectory was, I'll become a young mum myself and that will give me someone to love. And for her, she didn't have the skills or the support networks there to do that. But I think that her story is so similar for everyone in Care's story. And I think for all of us as people, that we want to belong and be part of something and to know that someone loves us, or to have someone's eyes light up when we walk into a room. I think that that's there for all of us, but particularly for our kids in care.